Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, judges. Welcome to our presentation on TIGO, a solution revolutionizing the way we're thinking about takeout packages. My name is Corinne, and this is my partner, Andrew.
Today, we're going to take you on a journey through the world of sustainable food packaging. But first, allow me to pose a question. How often do you think about the impact of your to-go containers after you finish your meal?
TIGO was born out of the realization that the extensive use of disposable containers comes at a significant environmental cost. We set out to change that by offering a sustainable alternative that not only reduces waste, but also saves restaurants money in the process. But before we begin, allow us to introduce our backgrounds. This is Andrew Lee. He has valuable experience working in the food industry, contributing to his work here at TIGO. Additionally, his love for food pushes him to think about the environmental implications of his consumption habits.
Thank you for that kind introduction, Corinne. This is Corinne Suherman. She is our passionate leader and advocate for sustainability. A junior at Burlingame High, Corinne has taken the AP Environmental Science course this year, which has taught her about the environmental impacts of our daily practices.
So, let's address the elephant in the room, or should I say the mountain of paper and plastic in our landfills. Every year, the production process of disposable containers consumes over 300 million tons of paper and plastic for packaging, 91 billion gallons of water, and emits 400 million tons of greenhouse gases. Now that's what I call a big fat issue.
Meanwhile, restaurants will shell out anywhere from $700 to $2,000 every week on disposable containers, which may hinder sustainability efforts and strain profit margins. Last but not least, disposable containers may fall apart or leach unwanted substances into your food due to extreme temperatures.
This is where TIGO comes in. Behold, our stainless steel marvel, the cornerstone of TIGO's solution. Built to last up to a decade and withstand hundreds of uses, our container stands tall against the disposable plastic and paper options that litter our landfills after a single use. TIGO's mission is crystal clear: to reduce waste, cut expenses, and cultivate a greener future. We're here to disrupt the wasteful cycle of disposable containers and offer a sustainable alternative that benefits both businesses and the planet.
So in the broader scope of operations, we source our durable stainless steel containers from trusted manufacturing partners abroad, which are then distributed to restaurants with existing sustainability initiatives or government-backed with a commitment to reducing carbon footprint. The restaurant's customers then use these containers as they would before, taking their food home with them and enjoying it at a later time. Finally, users simply need to drop off these containers at designated drop-off locations within 14 days, with the added benefit of discounted meals through a punch card system if returned before 7.
Let's take a deeper look into other aspects of our operations. Through closed-loop recycling, damaged containers can be recycled, but the durability of our containers ensures that we don't have to resort to recycling often. Our volume-based subscription model offers flexibility, where restaurants pay according to their container needs. Additionally, our containers are BPA-free, phthalate-free, dishwasher-safe, heat-safe, and do not retain stain, odor, or residue. Our drop-off station system, strategically located in convenient locations such as banks, post offices, supermarkets, and partnering restaurants, facilitates easy returns, enhancing user experience and accessibility. Lastly, our washing facilities clean and ready our containers for reuse, while our efficient delivery system, powered by our designated vehicles, ensures timely distribution to our restaurant partners. Together, these components form the foundation of our sustainable and streamlined service.
So judges, you now might be wondering, how do we actually save restaurants money? Well, our target customer spends on average $800 for 500 containers weekly. That's $3,600 just for containers every month. With our subscription-based model, one borrowing of our container covers the usage of 4 to 5 disposable containers, which allows us to charge $350 per container, which saves restaurants a varying yet significant amount of money while leaving us enough of a margin to cover our expenses.
TIGO is in a growing market. We operate in the sustainable food packaging industry, which is projected to reach a staggering $412 billion by 2027, with a compound annual growth rate of 7.1%. What's driving this growth? Well, 73% of consumers say that they would definitely change their consumption habits in order to reduce environmental waste, and 42% of consumers are actively seeking alternatives to single-use plastics. With such a significant shift towards sustainability, a market for eco-friendly packaging solutions like TIGO is ripe for expansion.
Moving on to how we plan on getting, keeping, and growing our customer base, TIGO employs a multifaceted system that takes advantage of the various platforms. Social media channels such as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok serve as hubs for brand awareness and community engagement. Personalized email campaigns deliver tailored content to our subscribers, notifying them of promotions and other important events. Participation in industry events allows us to showcase and network to inspire and be inspired by similar-minded organizations. Collaborations with digital influencers and partners allows TIGO to extend its reach to broader audiences. And finally, workshops and webinars bring TIGO as a leader in sustainable living, a valuable asset towards an eco-friendly future.
TIGO has a few competitors, including Deliver Zero and Uline. Based solely in New York City and to a limited number of restaurants, Deliver Zero services plastic containers through delivery apps to where the end user pays for the container. While they aim for sustainability, they lack the cost-saving benefits of TIGO's model and compromise food freshness. In contrast, Uline distributes disposable containers to restaurants in bulk, reducing initial expenses at first, but contributing significantly to landfill waste and extensive recycling, falling short of the sustainability goals emphasized by TIGO.
We see TIGO's initial sales to start rather low, but to grow at a steady and constant pace to larger numbers in the later years. In our first month, we serviced just 10 restaurants in our area, each with an average demand of 450 containers. With a growth rate of 5 new restaurants every 3 months, TIGO is projected to have 94,000, 213,000, and 337,000 in sales. And with a price of $3.50 per container per month, our revenue by year comes out to be $330,000, $748,000, and $1,180,000. A quick look at our first year expenses, which total out to be $464,000, shows that the majority is covered by the one-time startup costs, which include the purchasing of our washing facility, the transportation trucks, as well as our app development. Next, the fixed costs, which come out to $121,000, cover the LLP license, our general liability, part-time salaries, and server space for our app. Finally, variable costs amount to $108,000, which include the cost of manufacturing the containers, the creation of the drop-off stations, and utilities for our washing facility. In our first 12 months, TIGO incurs a net loss of $130,000 due to the substantial one-time startup costs, but by month 17, or June of year 2, we are expected to break even, and by the end of that same year, expected to be $265,000 in profit. Following this trajectory, TIGO is projected to be $977,000 in profit by the end of year 3.
As for where we plan on starting, we kick off our journey in the vibrant San Francisco Bay Area, known for a strong culture of sustainability, tech innovation, and a progressive mindset, making it an ideal launching pad for TIGO's mission.
In the following 4 to 5 years after our initial startup, we envision expanding our reach to major metropolitan hubs like Chicago, New York City, and even Los Angeles, while enhancing our delivery and collection systems for increased efficiency and convenience. Despite this growth, TIGO's mission will not change: to facilitate the adoption of sustainable practices within the food industry. Here at TIGO, we believe in taking small steps towards success. So what do you say, judges? Let's save the earth one container at a time. Thank you.